Hey, what up, everybody? This ain't a ramble. This is real life. Hold on. So listen up, man. This is what's going on, and I need y'all to know. I need y'all to see this with your own eyes too. Now, hopefully, people by now, African Americans, Black people, uh, children of Israel, melanin, our people that look like me. Uh, hopefully, y'all guys do know anything about y'all's rights. You know what I'm saying? As far as in the amendments. Because, as you can see, they're trying to take away the First Amendment, which is, if you don't know, I'll tell you the First Amendment. It is that a citizen is allowed to photograph or record any public official at duty. That's a right. They can't take that away. But since this racism then flared up, like it was, like I guess what happened was they finally pulled the rug up because it didn't flare up or go anywhere, and it's been talked about since it's the beginning. So, but now they want to trick y'all into telling you that you are not allowed to record public officials in public. They are willing to change the First Amendment to make sure that African Americans nowadays, because we have a justice, somebody that's kind of on our side, the creation of the cell phone wireless recording. But now, since that technology is in our hands and every man, woman, and child has it, they want to take away your First Amendment. Come on. See, what happened was, the fact of the matter is that we, the people, have nothing to do with government anymore. Period. I mean, they see that the only way they can actually be caught red-handed from the crooked bull crap that they've been doing to us is to have to scratch the First Amendment so you can't record? Wow. Come on, y'all. I mean, how is that even how are they even having a negotiation? How are they going to change the amendment? Okay, but basically, if y'all going to start changing amendments, and the first one, you might, well, let's change them all. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it fair. But y'all not with that. So what I'm trying to say, y'all, is that if they're changing the rules so you can continue to not have a winning hand, I mean, come on, bro. They try to say that Brother George was on all kinds of drugs, died from drugs. Now, think of it like this, y'all. If there wasn't a crowd, even if there was a crowd, if there wasn't a camera, let's keep this all the way 100. If there wasn't cameras being recorded, and they send George Floyd's body to the morgue before any of his family or anybody get to see him, the white man and the government and everybody, the police that did the shit are there. They would be the first one to view the body. So their story is the only story that has any kind of, what would I say? I guess you would say their story is the only credible witness because they're the only surviving witness and the only witness who has to write down what happened. Now remember back in the days when you seen something, you had to grieve and you had to write it down. Yeah, okay, so what? You wrote it down and it got thrown the fuck away. Now this is like your own lawyer basically, and they're seeing that these phones are proving that America's judicial system is fucked up because it's honestly targeting black people. Now, if you're not getting killed, you're going to prison, and you're losing years of your life, for crimes that they would slap on the wrist for a Caucasian person. And I just want everybody to know I'm not racist, but I want my race to win the race because we've been losing. We're the strongest, fastest, and smartest. There's no reason for it except for fear. And the fact that these motherfuckers, okay, check this out, y'all. You come to my house, right? I just made up a game. You don't know how to play this motherfucking game. I just made this motherfucker. Just me and the homies that are my homies. Just a few of us, too. The homies. Circle, keep the circle very, very small so it looks like a dot or a period. But anyway, you need no space in a circle. If there's too much space in the circle, then that means the circle's too big. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit real solid, like a period or a dot. Once you see any kind of air, that's air for shit to link out. So keep that shit small, you know what I mean? 2, 3, 4 tops. Straight up. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is we're playing this game and we didn't even ask to play. Like when the white man said, okay, fuck it, we're gonna free the slaves, they didn't let us just go. You fucking sat here and made rules to fucking make sure that we can't go, and made rules to allow you to put us in cages like animals. Come on, like, we're playing a game that we can't win for the simple fact the rules are not made by us. They're made for us, to cripple us, to make sure that we can't move forward. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen all the 12 commandments? Only one human being could follow that. One person on earth, from what they say, is the only person that can follow every last one of those laws. And those laws are to take you to hell. So what's so big about you getting, here, like America? Why are y'all guys got more penitentiaries and more people? Not even just African Americans. And I do want to clear this up with y'all, man. Don't get it fucked up. African Americans in Des Moines, Iowa, I'm going to say, are not the population in prison. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make it look like that. They're going to say that. But and I've been to prison a lot of times, okay? I probably got like 20-something worth of punk ass in and outs, which is nothing to be proud of. So, but there's more white people in prison than there is black people. But they're going to tell you there's more black people because they want you to think that the black person is the one committing all the crimes. But think about all these big crimes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, a black person, you done starved him. You done brought drugs into his community to where his money goes straight to the drugs. It goes straight back to you. And then you come kick their doors in, take the drugs that you brought them to survive on, put them in prison, and then put the drugs back on the street. So yeah, maybe, they might have to survive and go steal something, take something. I mean, shit, that should be law. Y'all should have wrote that in law. Matter of fact, you did. 9/10 of the law considers possession. So when you possess something, which means in your body, because okay, you go take something from a motherfucker that is illegal. They ain't gonna be like, oh, that's stolen. You stole that. No, they're gonna be like, nigga, that's yours. I know for sure. You know what I'm saying? You still say a black man, and I don't know if this happened, but I'm pretty sure this is something to look at. Say a black man went into a white man's crib, stole his guns, got caught with the gun, and the gun, they know, was stolen because it was reported stolen. And they know who's it's registered to. And it was multiple murders on this weapon. Do you even think that the white man would even have to go to court or even be talked about? I'm pretty sure not. Now, these are just assumptions. But at the same time, there's a lot of truth involved, because this is how our world is. Well, not even our world, because really just America. Keep it real with y'all. The whole world is not fucked up. It's just a place. It's just America. America's the only place that's really fucked up. Why? Because they don't go by the laws of God, y'all. They go by the laws of man, which we speak of since the beginning of my times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna break some other shit down to y'all since I'm breaking this down. Since we speak of from the beginning of my time, man, they go by the laws of man. You know, they're the ones that got the tables flipped over for getting paid for the word of church. They're the ones that created the taxes. They're the ones that created the prisons. But before it was prisons, it was like sick shit, torture things. They had fucking cows they put people in that you fucking put a fucking fire under until a motherfucker bakes to death, and then when his fucking body steams, it sounds like a whistle, and they made it so it whistles like a cow. When they did this, they hung people, they put people on fucking stakes, they've chopped off, mutilated, just they've done so much. There's nothing that adds up to their crime against humanity, man. Against humanity, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just the Jewish brother, the Israelite. It's every race that's not theirs, they must feel superior to. But it's fucked up, because every race that's not theirs actually are the reason why they are in power. Every race that's not theirs has moved over, gave up the war, and surrendered to their way and to their law. So, like, back to what I was saying. So basically, we're playing a game that we shouldn't be playing. Like, I don't remember signing up or lining up or nothing. None of that. I was told after slavery, niggas was free. That was what I thought. It's not. It don't work like that. Because if they can make the rules, not only can they break the rules, they don't have to break the rules. Because if you make the rules and you make the game, then guess what? You just take this thing called an eraser or some whiteout if it's in ink, and you just wipe that shit out, erase that shit, and type something new in. Give it to another white person. They're like, this is what we all agree on? Yeah, we all agree on this. And all is not us. It's the white people that's looking over the exact same document that it's going to take to say, you know what? First Amendment scratched off the planet of the earth, scratched off America. The First Amendment means nothing. So now you cannot record in public workers doing their job. Wow. So how am I supposed to hold them accountable for my tax money that y'all take? 100% of my money, to be exact, because every time I pull it out and I spend it, there's tax on it. How many times can $1 be taxed? Anyways, that's a whole nother story. So they're going to scratch a whole amendment, the first one at that, in order so black people can't get away with letting it be true that you motherfuckers are racist. So black people can not have a fighting chance. That's the only reason. Come on, y'all. It's time to really put your mind together. What would be the only reason for them to go all as far as to scratch a whole amendment? They said the truth would be screamed from the mountains. The truth is being scrum. Yeah, scrum. Not a word, but I like it. The truth is being scrummed from the mountains right now. You can hear them scrumming. Straight up. Like, okay, now that the truth is out, you was created to only govern and to only survey us. That's it. We are the people. White people are government. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly why, though. Black people, now this right here is really going to fuck with you, because this is the real story of what my God inside me, that speaks through my heart, thinks through my mind, and feels through my body, told me the truth. You don't have to believe me. This is what it is, y'all. It's all written, and it's really, you're not thinking about the whole situation. I got my last little jewel, my last little key piece, talking to my older brother and one of my ace coons. Not even my ace boon coon, that sounds racist, but one of my dogs, real OG too. So anyway, listen to the story, y'all. God created everything, right? Everything. So, and he did it all at once, because that's why everything on this planet has exactly what everything is. So the first thing he created, which was the lights, to separate the day from the night. SuN was the first thing created. Why? Because when you're a genius, you have to create something in reverse. See, the first thing he knew he was going to create was man. But in order for man to be established on this planet, or in this habitat or whatever, there has to be things that come before him, so when he gets here, they're there. It's like when you're going to have a child, you have to go get shit before the child is born. So we'll say the light, because that's our main source of energy, correct? And then the other light, because that's so we don't live in the darkness. Think about it. Anyway, so boom. Then he created, I'm not even going to go through the seas and all that. I'm just going to say that he created the world. So boom. He created the light. He created the world. The world is our God, honestly. This big old globe that we live on is not called Mother Earth for nothing, okay? We sprouted from this ground. I honestly believe, and this could just be another assumption, that the reason why they pull all of our organs out and dry us out and make sure that we're dead before they put us in the ground, and they also put us in cement vaults, is because they know that when we go into the ground, we come back up. That's reincarnation. Reincarnation is when all of you goes back to your mom, and she gives, and you birth something else. They don't want you to birth nothing else, which is why everything else is so fucked up. Because the only thing that goes in the ground now is not meant to be in the ground, which means it takes thousands of years and hundreds of years in order for it to even exsolve. But everything that's supposed to exsolve is put in cement boxes and put in the ground. Why is that? Think about it, y'all. It's because you are the earth, black man, colored man. You are earth. You sprouted out of this motherfucker just like a seed. And like every other seed that has sprouted from earth can reproduce its own self, falling unto the earth. Before there was a man to plant seed, there was a plant that dropped seed. And right next to that seed, guess what? This apple don't fall too far from the tree. So when that apple fell, there was another tree. And when them apples fell, around them was trees. And that was families of trees. Because everything lives, correct? Now, I broke that part down for you. So he said, and everything was good. And, you know, we had this whole world. The world was beautiful. You didn't have to do too much of nothing at all, because we walked with God to learn how to take care of this world. Then deception came in. No one knows what happens. Probably it was the fact of the free will that we was given. In order to have free will, that means that your mind can wander. So that means when God's telling you something or showing you something, you can still be like you do today, and like one ear out the other, and go on about your business and do something else. So boom, that's deception. So bam, so he sees this. because you gotta remember, we're the first ones on Earth. So all this, I'm about to break it down for you. We're the first ones on Earth. Bam. So he sees that, and he's like, I'm not fucking with these niggas no more. But I'm not gonna. These are my babies, and plus, their mom would not allow me to leave this Earth and touch one of their heads, one of their hairs on their head, because this Earth will swallow me. Because I designed this Earth to protect them, which is why we was given this Earth. But I'll get to the point why we don't have it. So boom. So he leaves. Damn. He's like, I don't got time for this. And what do? We go off and do some of the dumbest shit on Earth. Dumb shit. Everything. We do everything that he said don't. Everything. Everything that he said don't. Like badass kids. Don't drink the motherfucking pop. I got you juice. Fuck that. What's pop? Then you taste the pop. And pop is delicious. So now you're drinking pop. But you can't drink pop because you was told not to drink pop. So you drinking pop. You got to sneak around. So now you're really being deceptive. This is real evil. Sneaky. Deceiving. God ain't got no time for that. So, but he's gone now. So now you're not hiding from nobody but each other. So now you're sneaking around each other, creating your own lives and shit, creating your own ways, creating your own laws, separating yourselves. You know, Tower of Babylon. They try to build a tower to get back to God. They're like, nigga, please, boom, spreading everybody around, boom. Which is why everybody got different native tongues. True, facts, bam. Because he don't want everybody to communicate with each other because of the ignorance that happens when it just happens. I don't know. People become wanting to be God, not knowing that they're actually living in God right now. So, boom. So then, this is what black people need to understand when we say that we're the Israelites and all that crazy good stuff. It's true. But at the same time, we're also the Sodom and Gomorrah. So don't ever get it fucked up when you be like, all this bullshit that's going on. No. History repeats itself. This is a fucked up thing of that history repeating itself, which is why we actually do need to get our shit back together, because Sodom and Gomorrah is America, okay? Sodom and Gomorrah is America. They don't have that shit. I don't think they got that kind of shit overseas nowhere. Maybe Canada, and I don't know, but I know Africa and all that kind of shit. I don't think they do that because they live by the laws of God. China lives by the laws of God. Everywhere lives by the laws of God, except for America. I'm gonna get back to America. Let me hit this one more time. So America lives by law of man, so we live by the law of God, which is why there's so much lawless shit. Because the man who made the law made law for him. Mankind, not human. Human, colored man, hue. Hue means color. Man, human. And then there's mankind. I'll get to mankind. Now, boom. So we got all that out the way. Sodom and Gomorrah. He's looking down because he probably right here, but he ain't gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? Why would he? He's like, I left you. And he's like, I'm not putting up with this no more. Destroys the whole earth. Destroys the whole earth. But see, this is what you fail to realize. There didn't have to be a Noah or nobody, because when he destroyed the whole earth, he didn't put people in cement except for the giants and the people that deserved to be in cement. Everybody else went straight into the settlement, which is when you take rocks, dirt, and water and shake that shit up. When it settles, you'll have layers, and that's where everybody else went, into the settlement, which means everybody else who's here today and their ancestors that are here today is because they popped back up out of earth. Wasn't no one person saved when the world was destroyed. Everything that was destroyed is put in cement. Everything that was supposed to come back up grew back up, because we are a product of our own environment. You have to understand what that means. It means the same way you can cut a banana and put that bitch in the ground is the same way you can do an Israelite. You might not grow back as a human, but you'll grow back as something that lives. You'll be something that lives. That's what they meant by, and that's why they always had the animals and shit, because the graves back in the ancient days, what do you think came out of them? Different species of shit. when something died and was buried there. That's how you. That's where that comes from. That's where reincarnation comes from. But that's what's stripped out of your knowledge. I told you I'm only speaking through my motherfucking heart first, my mind, and then my body. So what I'm telling you, I hope you're listening, or at least think about it. So that's that. Now, let me get back into after the world and then how we all got here. You know, you don't have to believe the one person or the two families, and if you want to, that's cool. But in all reality, just remember you're a product of your own environment, which means that you are this world. So when you die, the reason why you get put in a cement box is because they don't want you to grow or birth nothing else from your death. Okay, so back to this. So now, bam, we're back. And people are doing good again, but they're not. So now some commandments come and laws start coming in. Boom. And now, let's get into some real shit. Proven fact that we are the first people, indigenous people on this planet. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts, can't. And I want y'all to listen to this part because it's very important. The reason why I say this is because we are the indigenous people, you know, our kind are. So, that's why we're not in Egypt looking for shit. That's why we're not digging for shit. Think about it, y'all. The reason why we're not digging for shit, because we already knew where everything was. We put it there. Remember this. You know what I'm saying? Our kings, you think they just died and just all of a sudden, I mean, come on, that's like saying you don't know where your uncle's gravestone is. You know what I'm saying? So, we were here. We know it was there. The only people that are digging are new to this earth. That's why they are trying to figure out earth. But I'm going to get to this reason why they're here. Because it's our fault. It goes back to the Sodom and Gomorrah and the washing of the worlds. Now, remember when they speak of the fallen angels? This is a true story. But they're not aliens. Well, actually, they are aliens. They're not, but they're not what we was taught, what we thought of. This was the last key. This was the last jewel I got when I was talking to my bro now. And he told me, he said, the biggest trick that they pulled to make you believe all that extra shit and take you away from this world so you don't know that you're a part of it and everything in it came out of you, from the animals to the insects to the fish. That's why they try to say revolution, because they already know everything came from you, which is why you have the most cells, well, the most genes in your body, your blood. The most. You have everything unearthed in your blood. They don't. And I'm going to explain why. So when we speak of the sheriffs and everything, and we talk about aliens, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like, aliens, the Egyptian, the aliens. Yeah, they did come. But guess who these aliens are? They're not the ones that we think. Those are our, okay, think of it like this. We was already here. We're looking up. Spaceships come. Weird people jump out of them. Who do you think these weird people are? I'll give you a second to think about that. Because it's in the hieroglyphics. Everybody looking up. The giants looking at them. Because apparently our hieroglyphics say that we lived with the giants and giants weren't evil. They probably was evil when these people came. Now, I'm going to tell you who these people are. So boom. Hieroglyphics say that the giants helped us build our civilization the way it was. Because if you see a hieroglyphic picture, you see a giant next to a regular sized human. You'll see a giant letting a regular sized human sit on its lap. You'll see a giant carrying a big ass stone for a regular sized human. That's because everything that was unearthed was us, all part of us, no matter what size, all that. Until the sheriff is what they call it. They seen that shit. Until that shit came down on earth 6,606 years ago. That's when the white man came to earth. 6,606 years ago. The mark of the beast. The stories they speak of is to cover up the fact that they are aliens. Think of it. Our solar system kills them. because they're in the wrong solar system. All they do is destroy our Earth because they are making it for them to survive in. They have been, what do you call it, terraforming Earth since they've been here, which is why there's no trees. There's houses, cements, the cement jungle, because that's how they have to survive, which is why they want to block out the sun. They are the alien. They are not comfortable here because they do not belong here, and they're so far away from home. And you best believe, just like Christopher Columbus, the ones that are here are the ones who got sent off. So we got the worst of the worst. That's it. That's what happened, and that's in. They were sent down here to control over us by our Creator because we didn't listen. But it's almost over. But I want y'all to understand the fact that why their blood is different, why they are different, why they do what they do, and why there's more plastic and chemical shit in our Earth than natural shit. Why do they pull all our natural resources out? Because at one time we left our shit there, because if it's a natural resource, that's something that Mother Earth is producing herself in order to, that might be her food, that might be her vitamins, that could be anything. But they don't care, which is why they build shit big enough to destroy this whole planet, because it's not theirs. They don't care about it because they're not from it. 6,606 years. That's how long the white man has been on Earth fucking it up. We've been here since the very first rock appeared. And everything that's not here, extinction is because of the alien race. You seen they killed like damn near 1 million motherfucking buffalo so the Indians would starve, and took pictures of it. So now, when I say earthling, are y'all guys really ready to conquer your Earth back? Because your Earth was taken from you, and it's being terraformed into a plastic and cement world. And all the wood and trees that's being chopped down, they're not being replanted. And if they are, it takes hundreds and thousands of years for them to even grow back to a motherfucking grown tree. Which means that your oxygen levels are dropping. They're trying to melt Antarctica. Why? Because that's the world's fresh water supply. To get where? To some shit they already know about. That's why they go places they already know about shit. It's not a discovery. It's them trying to figure out how they're going to get back home. And then they don't like us enough, so when they leave, what do you think they're going to do with the Earth they fucked up? So when they say the aliens are coming, it's probably the white people contacting their own people in a big, massive ship, tell them that the world is ready. I'm just keeping it 100. I speak to you as a what you want. I speak to you as a Messiah. Fuck it. Even though we die because of the truth that opens up the ears, opens up the eyes, and opens up the third one to where you really can actually put together a puzzle from scratch, because you are a creator, which means you should be able to see through deception. You should be, you know what I'm saying, like how when you go around the homies and they bring a homie that you know ain't cool, you like, shit, hold up. You can see that, you feel that, you know what belongs and what don't. Come on, y'all. It speaks for itself. Think of it like this. our history shows that we were doctors and everything, but we were doctors not as far as into have a patient coming every day. No, we were healers. Jesus healed, which means he knew that a body is designed to heal itself with the proper amount of itself going back in it, and itself is the earth. So once you find out what part of your body is sick and what that is in your body, whether it's water, electric, whether it's vitamins, whether it's blood, whether it's anything, whatever's in your body, gold, rubies, all that shit, it's all in there. The periodic table, whatever part of the periodic table that is injured, it would be the periodic table that you would have to put in. Subtraction. You know, if you subtract something from your body, then you have to put that back in. But they're quick to take out. Oh, you got two, you can live with one. How we know? We studied it. We've done it. We do it. Oh, you got cancer? We can cure that. But guess what? Here's some chemo. Here's $10,000 a month to take these shots. And guess what? We don't even know where it's frying at first. We're just burning you up, and hopefully we hit the shit. But it's proven that a THC can be shot directly into a cancer cell and kill it immediately. But you can't practice that. You can't practice these studies because it's against the law. So y'all need to start thinking about who the hell it is that we voted in. And then when they say your president is an alien, dog, get off of the fucking cartoon with the fucking green face and reptilians. No, nigga, your president is an alien because your president is a Caucasian. Probably comes from the land of Caucasianness or something. But he's not from Earth. So yes, our president is an alien. This is just some shit. Try to tell y'all, man. I woke up on this shit like, man, after I heard about them trying to change up the rules that they created. Dude, I mean, fuck. Finally, niggas can finally have some kind of justice for the blind fucking bitch that's fucking supposed to be the sign for justice. See, justice is supposed to be blind, which means the only people that see it is anybody who know who the bitch is. Nobody even know who the bitch justice is because she keeps her fucking face covered. Except for who? The motherfucker who she works for, or who works for her. That's what the rap means. It means nobody knows who says the last thing, and we don't see nothing but what we want to see. That's justice. So now that you can motherfucking bring it to them 100%, like, look at this. This was 9 minutes of torture. Right here. Show the world. Y'all don't want that no more. And then after that, so many different ones just fly, popping up. Boom, boom, boom. Like, whoa. This is real. Oh, so all this time y'all thought we was lying? You thought we was lying, talking about we was just driving down the street and all of a sudden, whoop, whoop, and pull over and get out the car and I'm going through your shit, and do you got, before any of that shit, you cuffed and buffed and on the fucking curb, motherfuckers rolling by, honking, giving cops motherfucking thumbs up and shit. Come on, we was lying. That was a lie then. It wasn't a lie then, and it's not a lie now. And now that we got a way to actually prove ourselves innocent and to show that we are actually being targeted, y'all want to take it away. Why is that? Honestly, I don't even think there should be a debate. This is the only way that a fucking police officer should be able to police a civilian, bro. You have to come as the civilian. If you can wear your uniform, but you need to be equally matched with a civilian. And if a civilian has a firearm or a knife, you should have some kind of training, or get the fuck out of the Dodge and call the people that are supposed to take care of shit like that, like SWAT team, maybe, Army, Navy. I mean, that's what they're for. If the problem's too big, you got to call them in. Or, oh no, I forgot. Our U.S. forces is being used to bully the other continents, and y'all let the police kill y'all citizens. Fuck. Who am I to fucking change the law? Yeah, a police officer, you should only have, at the most, I'll give you a bulletproof vest, fuck it, you know, because somebody might shoot at you. But at the most, handcuffs, if you can get a motherfucker in them. You don't even get a taser no more. You done killed a woman's baby with a taser. That's done. That's better than a gun. If you're gonna sit there and tase a motherfucker until their freaking child fries inside their stomach, you don't deserve a taser. You don't even deserve mace. You might hold a person's eyes open and spray it in there, blind a person. Like y'all don't have. You don't deserve any kind of weaponry. If you really want to be a police officer, that means you want to serve and protect the citizens. Now, if you want to be killing the citizens, like I say all the time, go be a SWAT team. You know what I'm saying? At least y'all got a SWAT team ain't just out here reckless. At least they get called. You know what I'm saying? Y'all guys are just riding around in cars mad because your wife probably did something crazy at home, or your kids is on some other shit, likes black people, or who knows, and you just taking it out on the whole world. You don't deserve that kind of power. With great power comes great responsibility, and none of you motherfuckers are responsible. Not even the black cops, because the black cops are always partnered up with the white racist cop, and you still don't do shit. Why? Because you give a fuck about that job more than you do your people. That's sad that you sit and watch your people, or you go to a job where you're not comfortable just for a living, just to make a living. There's so many different ways to get it than to be miserable in a field that you plan on retiring from. You might not even make it to retirement because they might can your dumb ass when budget cuts, unless you a real Uncle Tom ass nigga. But that means you've been working past retirement if you're a real Uncle Tom ass nigga in the motherfucking system. Stupid ass nigga. Anyway, I'm just rambling and shit, but I hope y'all listening. This real life shit. So that's the only reason I can see them wanting to get rid of that shit, is because that it proves that they're really not that. So like really honestly, y'all, if y'all really want to not have to worry about that kind of shit, fuck trying to take a camera away from a motherfucking civilian to record a fucking person that he pays to do their job. Why don't you take away the guns and all the weapons from your super cops? Let's see how super cop or super racist a cop will be when he's equally matched to the civilians. I bet you the traffic tickets will really drop down then, because the reason why they be doing all that stereotyping is because they pick and choose. Yeah, I bet you traffic tickets, motherfucking illegal search and seizures. I bet you running in people's cribs, killing them and shit. I bet you all that shit will stop, because y'all ain't super cop no more. You're just regular cop. You're flashlight cop. You know what I'm saying? You're flashlight man. We got a SWAT team, and an army, and a navy, and all kinds of other shit. Feds. Matter of fact, yeah, the feds. They're the ones that's supposed to be coming in taking care of the kind of shit y'all guys are doing. What gave police permission to do what they do? Like what law? What part of serving and protecting don't you get? First of all, if y'all guys are all up in our neighborhoods, what the fuck is going on in y'all's? Oh, y'all don't know. That's why your kids get away to schools with your guns and shoot people up. That's why they go rape people, and that's why they go do all kinds of other... Yep, right there. Do all kinds of other heinous crimes and shit, because nobody's there to police them. You so worried about a motherfucking nigga driving without a license, you ain't even worried about this white boy in your neighborhood that's finna go to a motherfucking church and kill everything in it. Oh, duh. Why would you worry about it? You sent them. You created them. You made them do that. That's what you sit around at home and do when you're sitting there talking about how this is that, and this ain't that, and this is this, and fuck all them. I can't wait till they all die. Ooh, I locked another nigga up this day. Oh, you should have seen what I did to this nigga. Nigga, I pulled him out the car, put him in a chokehold. Whoop, wop, wop. When you're bragging to him like that, what do you think they're gonna go do? Oh, shit. Dad, let me make you proud. I'm gonna go kill every nigga I see. Nigga, come on, yo. You guys are training these people to be the worst of the worst because you are the worst of the worst. So while you're out here policing our shit, you know what I'm saying, all in our neighborhoods, trying to see what the fuck we doing so you can go take it back to your wife and tell her how cool we are, but how you wish you could have been a one of us. But anyway, you need to get back to your own neighborhood and start policing them motherfuckers, because statistics say that y'all guys is the sickest motherfuckers on earth. So y'all need to be policed. Shit. We don't need no motherfucking policing. We got more love in our bodies than you guys will ever have in any year, any decade, from years to come. I can't wait till you get back on y'all's mothership and get the fuck out of here. They try to trick us. But this is another thing we need to look at. They try to trick us into getting us out of our solar system. Trying to talk about, we're going to find somewhere better for Earth. A bigger Earth. A better. No, motherfucker. You need to find somewhere for y'all. You need to go somewhere where the sun don't put out these ultraviolet rays that motherfucking energize us, but kill you. You need to get the fuck up out of here. They're always talking about where do they come from? They come from the mountains. No, they don't come from the mountains. And yes, it is true. We can make pale people. True. But they still have African features. Think about that. Albinos, they're not African features. You know an albino from a white person. Yeah. And they still got bits and traces of melanin. So, come on, man. We're in our solar system. They're out of place. It's common sense. You have to be able to see that. Read the story. We was here. We're the ones looking up. Not at no gods coming down. We're looking up at the devils coming down. Those were the ships these white folks came in. That's what we was looking at. We weren't looking at no fucking aliens and shit. We were looking at the white folks landing to teach destruction and to conquer overall. Alien invasion. They been coming here, man. Y'all better read. They been here and they keep coming. Whenever they talk about an alien ship, that's just more white people popping up. Where else they come from? They didn't come from us, y'all. You have to realize that. We have to realize that. They did not come from us. Okay, yes, we can breed in albinos, but we cannot make that race. Period. They do not have our blood, which means that they don't come from us. Where do they come from? Not no fucking mountain. They come from outer space, bro. A whole nother solar system. That's why they stay up there. That's why they stay looking around and stay doing shit. Stay places where they ain't supposed to be. They are what you would call tourists. They're terrorists and tourists. That's it. Trying to see what the world has to offer. That's the true story. Y'all might be like, this nigga's crazy. I'm just telling y'all the truth. When they say wake up, that means wake up. Understand, look around, see what goes on day by day. See what's really, really going on. Know that you're a part of it. When you say, I'm a product of my own environment, that don't mean the hood, nigga. That don't mean I'm a product of my own environment, nigga. Think I'm hood. No, that don't mean hood, nigga. That's what they want you to think. That means, nigga, you're a product of this earth, your environment, the whole entire globe. Every mineral in this bitch is in you. Not in them. Doesn't make sense. Everything from earth can be traced to earth. They can't. Except for their history. The only history we got is that them motherfuckers came down here and we was looking at them in motherfucking spaceships 6,606 fucking years ago. That's all we got. That's the only proof we got of them. And then the stories about Caucasian came out of the Caucasus Mountains, and there was this dude who took all the white people, who took all the black people, who was what would you call it, albino, and kept blending and blending and blending and blend. Okay, well, if you keep blending and blending and blending and blending, how did their hair become fur? Our hair is not fur. Our hair is wool. How did their hair become fur? What was you blending them? When did that happen? Where did that go? When did a nigga just pop out with a perm? They did not exist on this earth until they came. That's what your hieroglyphics is telling you, and that's what they don't tell you. Is that devil that's supposed to be ruling over hell is ruling over hell, because right here in America is hell. And this is where the devil lives. This is the devil's lair. Oh, that's why there's so much satanic shit going on. That's not satanic rituals. That's their alien rituals, bro. That's what aliens do. Eat kids and just sick shit. That's the alien shit. That's not human at all. Aliens, dog. And I'm not racist by no means, but I do want everybody to understand the real truth. So, kind of always thought about it, but now it makes more sense. You're in the wrong solar system, which is why our sun is killing you, and why the 2% want to block that bitch out and make their own artificial sun. They're terraforming the earth, which is why we go into cement boxes when we go into the dirt and take for eons to disintegrate back into some different form of matter. Come on, y'all. You better start opening your eyes and realizing that. Like, why do you think they're putting you in a cement box when you die? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the casket's wood. They know that a wooden casket, it'll go right back into the earth. And then when it goes to the earth, everything inside the casket will go back to the earth, including you. But once that cement get in there, you're not going back to the earth. You're blocked. You're stopped. Your transaction to another world or another life being on this earth is done. You don't get to be a worm. You don't get to be an insect, an ant, a scorpion, a beetle. Nothing. You don't get to be grass. Nothing. You stop there. And what do they put in earth? Come on, think about it. Plastic. Why are they putting plastic on earth? Why are they putting plastic in food? Why are they doing that? What is plastic? Guess what? It's not from earth. It doesn't naturally grow. It's chemicals put together to make plastic. And guess what? It takes thousands and thousands of years for plastic to decay. So what does that mean? It means that shit ain't gonna go nowhere. It's just gonna be here, and it's gonna be another layer that's supposed to have been a layer of you in your new layer of life, building up, making the world bigger. But no, it's not, because when that plastic does finally decay, guess what happens? There's gonna be a big old hole where it was, and it's just gonna collapse in, terraforming the world into a big old plastic ball. It's crazy. You guys better start thinking about really what's going on. The older you get, the smarter you should get, the wiser, really. You should start seeing shit as what it is. Stop listening to the story. Look at, they painted the perfect picture. Giants, humans, coexisted together. Some weird shit came from the sky and the world went down. That's it. What was that weird shit that came from the sky? White people. It's not their solar system, y'all. They're not from Earth. You are. Which is why they know you're the chosen one. And they know they can't get rid of you. But If you keep allowing them to put you in cement and you keep allowing them to put plastic in this earth, won't be here no more. Because after them thousands and thousands of years that it takes for that plastic to decay and disintegrate and go back to whatever the fuck plastic goes back to, guess what? There's going to be big holes in the earth. And nothing's going to be able to be on that land. Because it's going to cave in. God speaks to y'all. It speaks through y'all. You got to take back yourself. You got to change. You have to be the one who changes law back to God's laws, which is ours. Love thy brother and respect thy father and thy mother. Once you do that, everything else is going to be a learning, loving, and beautiful experience. The helping hand compared to the iron fist. Rulers are leaders, not dictators. Remember that.